today we're going to start Unit 3, which is all about graphing functions.
So today we're going to do an inquiry-based lesson in Algebra 2 about parent functions and their transformations.
So your first slide is a review of what we should know about quadratic functions. So we're going to use technology that's specifically for math called DESMOS, and we're going to translate and reflect and all that good stuff with our parent functions on the computer.
We have done this lesson on paper before, like paper, pencil, graphing calculator, different colors. This just makes it more dynamic and more interactive for the students.
Today we did a DESMOS, basically online graphing, and where you plot points to see what the final answer would be. We used it a little bit my freshman year, but we never did an activity like that, what we did today. Definitely helpful, so you don't have to plot it all yourself on paper.
So is that discrete or continuous?
That's continuous.
Yeah.
Most of my students are visual learners, so instead of me just straight up telling them the rules for AH and K that we're gonna learn, they're gonna develop them on their own. So they'll be able to internalize it more than just having to memorize it.
Do you remember what all parabolas have down the center that makes them a mirror?
Yes, reality, yes, it's an axis of symmetry. That's why it's doing the mirror.
I was kind of working at my own pace, and I was able to ask questions if needed. And I feel like that really helped because I didn't feel like I was just looking up at the board, and I felt like I had more control. And that helped me understand more, and I feel like that helped me learn the lesson more.
So I set this up strictly because it saves a lot of time to do it digitally, because a lot of students still have a hard time graphing points, and the DESMOS will graph the parent function, and if you use the slider button, it'll graph the transformation of the whole entire parabola or absolute value function for them, so it's quick and it's accurate. It's more interactive, I think, for the students and what they're used to, since they are so technology reliant now.
The Intimidator was definitely the best one. To plot points around the Intimidator was pretty tricky, but I figured it out.
I think it gives way more opportunities than if we were just using a paper and a pen.
All right, so is this continuous or discrete? Yes, so what do you have to do with all your points?
Well, on the computer, it programmed already to do that, like on DESMOS. So whenever we moved the A or we moved the K, it already did it for us. And I feel like that really helped, because if it was just a paper and a pen, Ms. Reynolds would have to put it up there and do that, and I feel like it may just not have clicked as fast as if we were using the Chromebook.
Definitely a great learning experience on how to use the DESMOS, because my freshman year we used it a couple times just to graph points, but now since we know how to graph functions and all that, it'd be a lot more helpful than it used to be.
So up or down, okay, is very different than smaller or big.
I love having Ms. Reynolds. I actually had her freshman year for Algebra 1, and now that I have her again, I think she's very nice. If I have a question, I'm not scared to go up and ask her. She's very welcoming, and her classroom environment is very comfortable. I don't feel like I'm going to be judged if I raise my hand and ask a question about something. I really love having her as a teacher.
This kind of stuff just excites me because math is a very disliked subject, and if you can create that engagement and an enticing environment in your math class, kids are going to love math.